coffee break with me. Woo! Hi guys! Good morning, Netherlands, or for you guys it's probably like good evening. I don't really know. But today I am here with a tutorial, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've kind of been using most of the stuff that I got at IMAX. Normally what happens is I'm a hoarder and I'll buy stuff and then I'll put it somewhere with intentions to use it and I don't get through it, but this time I made it a purpose to say, look, you did a video on IMAX, because you guys know how normally when I haul something, I'll haul it and then I'll use it and then I'll show you a haul where I can actually give you some feedback on the products that I purchased. But when I went to IMAX, I was so eager to share with you guys that I didn't get to use most of the stuff. So what I've been doing is making it a point to use it in videos. Does that make sense? So today what I did for you guys is kind of like a bronzy, glowy goddess look. And I did it because I realized when I went to Inglot and I bought all these eyeshadows at Inglot, you guys, I'm so pathetic. Most of the eyeshadows that I bought were shimmer and were like bronzy neutral type shadows. So the ones that I use in this tutorial are down here. But if you guys look over here, these two in the middle, they're like the same freaking colors. It's so hard to tell the difference between the shadows. So I did have to use a couple of other shadows that I have in my collection to make even a little bit of a difference in the eyeshadows that I'm showing you guys. But yeah, I promise you guys the next time I go to Inglot and spend a ridiculous amount of money, I'm going to make it a little bit more diverse, because this is not helping us out here. So all of these three down here and these two here, they all look, they're like a hairline difference in color. So this is the best I could come up with. I really did want to use this aqua color here, but I was like, no, Danny, lately your tutorials have been a little bit crazy, so you need to keep it neutral but special. You guys know what I mean? So if you guys are interested in seeing how I got this look, please keep watching. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our paint pot, our MAC paint pot in Rubenesque. It's just a really pretty peachy, metallic peach color. It doesn't really show up that much. In fact, I use this paint pot mostly when I'm on the run and I just want to apply mascara. So I'll put this on my eyelid to kind of just brighten them up a little bit. We're going to take a flat shader brush from e.l.f. You guys know my $1 brush that I always use. I really have been loving this Lorac SummerGLO palette. This is the one available at Kohl's. Tater says hi. And we're going to take this color, these two colors down here. Can you even see? These two colors down here. And we're going to highlight our brow bone. I normally don't highlight my brow bone, but because it's getting hotter here in Texas, I feel like the highlighting crayon that I use, even though I still use it, it kind of slides around my face a little bit. So I want to prevent that from happening. So I'm just going to apply that under my brow bone. Then I'm going to take my same palette and a fluffy 217 from MAC, and I'm going to dip it into the same color that I have been reaching for non-stop out of this palette. And that's going to be our transitional color, or our transition shade on the crease. And you can take that as high as you want because it's not really that pronounced. Then we're going to take our Inglot shadow in number 9. That's this really pretty copper color on a flat shader brush from e.l.f. And we're going to apply that all over the lid. And you want to pat it in. Don't brush it on. You want to pat it in. Almost like you're packing on the color or pushing the color onto the lid. Because these shadows are so soft and pigmented, but they can fall all over your face. And that's just going to act as a base for our pigment that we use later. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the same MAC 217 and I'm going to dip it into Inglot Shadow 406. It's more of like a bronzy brown shadow. And I'm going to apply that to the crease gently. And I don't want to go too high up because I don't want shimmer all over my eye, but I still want it to be kind of like a bronzy goddess kind of look. We're going to take Inglot Shadow in 342. This is a cool tone brown. It almost looks like a pebble color, like a stone color. Do you guys know what I mean? Like a taupey brown. It's matte. And we're going to apply that to a different 217. And we're going to focus that just on the outer area of the eye. Almost if you were defining your outer V. But because we're using a fluffy brush, it's going to, it's not going to take us that long to blend it out. I don't like to use brushes that are too precise because I'm kind of sloppy with my blending. And if it requires too much blending, then I end up looking like a hot mess. So I just use shading brushes, even on the outer V, just to kind of apply it in a diffused or blended out way from the jump. Does that make sense? These are easy mommy looks, you know? And I'm going to take this really pretty pigment from Jessie's Girl Cosmetics. This is called Penny Arcade. And I'm going to apply that to the center of my eyelid. But in order for me to do that without making a huge, enormous, giant mess, is by spraying my brush with Fix Plus. So you're going to take your shading brush, you're going to spray it with some Fix Plus, and then you're going to dip it into the pigment. And you need nothing, I mean nothing at all for your eye to look really shiny. We're not going to the club, we just want a little bit of sparkle. So you barely dip it, and then you can see it almost turns into a foil, like those foils from Stila, except this one's like $3, not like $30. Or how much is that? Like $25 for just a little pot of foil. So just pat that into your lid and get that bronzy glow going on. And then once you're happy with the way it looks, you're going to take a highlighting shade. I'm going to use Spark from Senna Cosmetics. And this is just a really pretty, almost warm, almost like a warm silver. Does that make sense? So it's not really a gold, but it does have that really metallic-iness of a silver. I know you guys love my descriptions. My descriptions are always on point. You're going to apply that to the inner corner. And I'm actually just using a detailer brush from Real Techniques. And now the very last step to complete this eye look besides mascara is to apply some gel liner. And usually when I do gel liner, I'm pretty dramatic. I always think to myself, if I'm going to go through the trouble of applying a foundation, I do a full coverage foundation. If I'm going to go through the trouble of applying gel liner, I do really crazy, hooker to the max gel liner. So that's just, I love to play with makeup, you know what I mean? So I want to make it count. Like today, look at how crazy the situation is here. So today I actually thought I would do something a little bit less dramatic because I already have that really like gold or coppery sparkle on my eye. But you guys know I'm a stay-at-home mom. I do my makeup maybe twice a week. So when I do it, I make it count. But today, we're gonna keep it decent. So just take your favorite gel liner. I'm actually using number 77 from Inglot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to start in the center of my lid and just do a little thin line. Drag it out. And then go back to the front or to the beginning of my eyelid. You guys hear Tater singing? He's singing Mickey Mouse Club. So now that we did the line across the top, then we're going to do the little wing. It's not really a wing. I mean, this is a little pathetic. It's just a tiny little flick to complete the look. I'm going to take my Milani Liquid Eye from every single one of my tutorials, and I'm going to apply that to the tight line and the waterline. And then apply a couple of coats of my favorite mascara, and I'll be right back. So what did you guys think? Not as easy as it normally is because I did throw in Fix Plus in there and a couple of extra steps, but it's still very easy. I always make it a point to make my tutorials extra easy. Now, Inglot Shadows are not expensive. I think they're like $6 each, but I'm gonna go ahead and list these Inglot Shadow numbers down below in case you guys are interested in buying them or ordering them online. But here's a little tip. If you guys have the Lorac Glow Getter Glow Getter, that's last year. Danny, that's like circa 2013. So if you guys have the Summer Glow palette, the one that's available at Kohl's, you can do this look. So basically you're going to apply this one diffused out in the crease as a transition color. This is going to be your dark chocolate outer V color. You have the two highlighting shades for the brow bone up here, and then you have this stunning, really bronzy copper color in the middle. Apply a little Fix Plus or wet your brush a little bit and dip it into the shadow and you'll get that metallic foil effect. The only color that you don't have in this palette is this inner corner highlight, but if you have a face highlighter or any type of shimmery champagne highlight in your collection, smack that into your inner corner. You guys hear Tater? He's cooking in his stove. Smack that into your inner corner and you have this same exact look, and you didn't have to have the Inglot Shadows and this and that or whatever. But of course, you guys know I am a Rite or die-hard fan of Jessie's Girl Cosmetics. So if you guys have a Rite Aid near you or you want to place an order online, get that Penny Arcade pigment because it is stunning and it's like $4. Compared to the Stila, like $30 one, no, I think it's like $25. You guys, it's not even worth it. Spend your $4 and get the Jessie's Girl, and then they take those $20 and go eat a cheeseburger and a shake and some onion rings somewhere else. You know what I mean? So as always, I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. All the products will be listed down below in case you missed something. Details on my shirt, my necklace, my watch, whatever will be listed in the description box below. And as always, if you guys found this video useful or entertaining or learned something, please give me a